At about 3:40 this morning, one of our deputies tried to make a traffic stop on a vehicle that was engaged in some kind of drug activity. When he tried to make that traffic stop, the car immediately sped away, and during a very short pursuit, someone in the car fired, we think, 8 to 10 shots at our deputy. He immediately slowed down, the car turned into a subdivision. We then called other agencies and all the available officers, and we put a perimeter around that subdivision to contain the individual in that subdivision, and then slowly started searching the subdivision trying to find him. We located his vehicle shortly thereafter. There was no one in the vehicle, and then we continued house to house through the yards and the backyards trying to locate the suspect. After several hours, actually about 6 hours, we determined the suspect was in a house that did not belong to him. It was someone else's house, and during that portion of the search, we saw him in the house. We tried to negotiate him with our crisis negotiators, tried to call him on the phone. He immediately got in the car, the homeowner's car, not his car, and attempted to leave the residence. As he was backing out of the garage, we pinned him with one of our vehicles, and then shots were fired shortly after that. Yeah, at about 5 o'clock this morning, we started working with Kuna schools to make sure that the kids were safe. This Reed Elementary was too close, so we decided to close that with the permission of Kuna School District. And then the high schools, the Initial Point High School and the Kuna High School, have been in lockdown all day, just to make sure that the kids were safe. And there were 2 people in the car. We have one other person in custody as well. She left the car earlier, we believe at the initial stop, and we found her headed, trying to get to Meridian, obviously soaking wet in the middle of the night, picked her up on the street, and we believe she was in the vehicle at the time of the pursuit, but she was not in the vehicle at the end. We've had her in custody for a couple hours now.
Short pursuit, roughly a couple blocks, or?
3 or 4 minutes, I think, is all that it was. It wasn't very long.
High speeds at all? Or?
No, it started right down here at Linder, down by Linder and Porter, so it's only less than a mile away from here. On the scene today, we had our tactical team there, plus we had assist from Garden City, Meridian, and Boise City, and I want to thank those agencies for their help. In an event like this, over a large area in a very large subdivision, we needed a lot of officers to ensure the safety of the people in those houses. So they all came together as a team, and we've been working, like I said, for about 6.5 hours trying to determine the suspect and make sure everybody was kept safe.